Yeah.
All right, guys. How's everybody doing right now? How are my fellow co-hosts?
Not
whatever?
ignorant.
Not ignorant.
I'm all
Not
right.
ignorant.
You guys are woke. All right.
Oh, I've been woke,
So
bro.
woke.
Yeah. All right.
So woke.
Well, that being said, let's go ahead and yeah, that threw me off, Alec. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and do our next anime thing right
Club
now.
meeting?
Yeah, our little club meeting. Let's
Our
let's
gathering.
We're gonna talk about
Are we
news this
fucking
time.
high school?
I guess. Yeah, we're going to talk about news this time instead of us just like nerdgasming over Darling and the Franks, because I actually did not put that as part of our discussion. We talk about that after. If you
Yeah,
guys
if we have
want
time,
to.
we'll talk about it.
Well,
I
if
didn't
we have
watch
time.
the past two
But
episodes.
instead, let's go ahead and get into this. So, this is your host for this episode. This is Shelby.
This is Alec.
This is Sergio.
And
We are the fan addicts. Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right. All right. So the title of this episode is called "Leave It Out, It'll Get Better."
But will it?
Will it? That's the question.
What are you referencing it to?
I'm referencing, like, let's use our favorite beverage right now, beer. If you just leave it out, does it get better? No, right? Not necessarily. You just leave it sitting there on the table. Does it get staler and staler?
It gets
or whatever?
terrible.
Yeah, it gets terrible.
It
It's
depends.
It depends
Right?
on the beer.
I feel like you would.
if you just keep it going. I mean, I'd probably just drink it because I'm a
well,
scumbag.
I mean, yeah. Well, I like warm. There's
But
some beer
me
that is
not
good
being
that's
a
warm,
scumbag, I
Yeah.
right?
Like, maybe.
But there's a certain limit that you can leave
I
that
drink
beer out
warm
for.
beer. I don't drink flat beer.
So anime, guys.
Yeah, but what I'm referencing anyways is Naruto had a spinoff, and that spinoff, his son Boruto,
Haven't
is
heard of this.
now,
Is this new?
is now a
kidding.
year old. It is.
Yeah, it's a
is-
long
really?
time. I don't
Yeah,
remember it
year.
being. Is it year
Yeah.
of the year?
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
it's
been
already
a
been a year. That's
Yep.
what I feel like.
Yep, last week was its birthday.
Damn.
And
How do you
it
feel
is-
about the show
it
so
is
far?
Over 50 episodes.
It's a lot.
It's not that good.
I've
Like,
heard.
but again, it's just the issue is the stigma of comparison. A lot of people are just like, wow, this isn't as good as Naruto. His dad went through so much, and Sasuke did this and that and all that. So
Like, so
I
I was
don't
seeing
know.
the same thing. It was like episode 46.
Boruto
Boruto
has
has
some
some dumb
pretty good-
stuff, and it was like the tuning exams and with Lee
Yeah.
just going super crazy, like whatever, breaking the.
yeah, like
what do they call
by
it?
that
Or
time, like
Gates.
I love that tweet that we
Gates. Yeah.
yeah, I love that tweet that we do callbacks to every now and again. Where some dude was just like, "Oh man, Naruto's finally getting good," and then it's just like some black guy yelling at this little kid. He's like, it should take 40 episodes for Naruto or for Boruto to get fucking good. It's
Yeah.
like Naruto's already out there making babies and shit by then. And he's just
Yeah.
like yelling in this kid's face, like
That's
all
funny.
super vulgar and everything. I was like, man, this is scary.
Yeah.
But he's got a point. It shouldn't take 40 to 50 episodes for a show to get good. And a lot of people are saying, like, yeah, no, the show's picking up now.
Do people like? Is
Finally.
Baruto popular?
I feel like it
kind of
is.
is. It's just for those diehard fans.
Just
in
not my
opinion.
friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
I was on it
He's
for
a
a while.
diehard Naruto fan.
Yeah.
Like,
I was on it
diehard,
for a
diehard.
while, and then I fell off just life. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably will just get back to it. Kind of like how I do it, even with Dragon Ball Super. I'll
Just
get back
because
to it.
you're
Because
a
yeah,
Naruto
I'm,
fan.
yeah, I
Fanboy.
want to know what happens because obviously we all
Yeah.
know. Spoiler alert: Naruto does die, and I want to know what leads up
But
to that.
how does it happen?
Well, like that's if they even go with the main story. 'Cause
I think they are.
may-
They said
may
they were, right?
I don't know. Most of Boruto is like a filler.
I know it is, but I know they said that in the anime that it was finally going to come to that point.
I don't know. But my whole thing is like
Is the manga good?
No.
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 Is
I
it
don't-
just like
it's,
the anime?
It's all subpar. The whole story is subpar.
I just feel like because they
it's
already had,
lackluster.
I don't know. I guess this is my opinion or whatever, but because they already had that foundation of Naruto, and because Naruto didn't have anything, when you look at Boruto and he has a family, he has a sister, he has a mom
He's got
and
a
dad.
fan.
You know, he has everything that a kid his age could ever want. He could be a ninja. He's basically could be a Chunin, and it's just I don't
Too
know.
easy.
It's
Too-
just too easy for him. Yeah.
Too boring.
Yeah, well, the whole comparison with the characters between Naruto and Boruto is literally they're polar opposites.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Boruto. He's popular. He doesn't want to be Hokage. Instead, he just wants to like get better and get stronger, and that's why he more idolizes Sasuke, and Sasuke's daughter more idolizes Naruto and wants to be Hokage, and yada yada yada. But what I'm trying to get to is just that like the show shouldn't take 50 something episodes for it to get good or interesting in any way. Usually at that point, people will cancel the show and they will just say, you know what? we're done. The show didn't pick up anybody after like 6 or 4 episodes or whatever. So we're just like, yeah, no, let's go work on something else. But because it's Naruto related, it's a shonen.
It's money.
It's
I was
money.
about to say,
so
they're selling little pachinko toys.
Yeah.
They're selling plushies. They're selling like
There's just
pop
video games and
figures,
everything.
Video games.
If there's video games, I probably
it's kind
I'd
of
probably
like
buy one. I'm not gonna lie.
it's kind of like the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Yeah,
like you can
like
really see
they just keep pumping them out,
Call of Duty.
and then they just say, you know what, just leave it out there.
People are gonna buy it anyway.
Maybe it'll get better. And then the next story arc is just going to be the Naruto or the Boruto movie.
Oh, is it really?
Yep,
That's
they're
another
doing
one.
exactly what Dragon Ball Z did.
I was about to say.
Or Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, they the first 2 arcs were just like the first 2 movies, and Boruto finally caught up to the first and only movie that they just released like a year ago.
Huh.
And now that's the next story, and it's again it's not interesting anymore at all, just because you know he's gonna beat Momoshiki. Momoshiki gets defeated in the movie, like you know that.
I
It
didn't
led up to
watch
that.
the entire movie, but yeah,
Yeah,
I watched
but
it.
like you
I read a
we-
summary of it.
a lot. That's like one of the most famous like fight scenes on
Yeah.
YouTube. But it's just like, so another 30 episodes of something that we already know that's gonna happen. Yeah,
I mean, for people who didn't watch it, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but
Yeah, I just
still
But-
not that.
but-
It's still
but
not that
it's-
interesting, and it's not. It's
they're
not attention
literally
grabbing.
doing a story that they already pumped out.
How long was that movie too? Like an
It
hour
was
and a
an
half
hour.
too.
It was like
No,
an
an
hour.
that's not bad.
Yeah, but it's
That makes me hate it
it's
less.
gonna be like another 30 episodes, and then
Yeah.
there's probably gonna be a filler in between, or a filler episode,
It's
or
probably
2,
going to be
or 5.
20 fillers, and the rest are going to be.
Well, most of the show is already filler.
The show's a filler.
Yeah,
yeah.
The show is a filler. So let's
Yeah.
stop counting fillers and just be like the whole entirety is a filler.
yeah. But then,
Um,
like that being said, like a lot of people just say like, you know what, give it a chance.
Give it
Like,
a chance.
give it
Wait,
a chance.
Boruto's
Let
gonna
it
get
keep going,
better.
It'll get better.
It already got a little bit better. It's gonna get better and better.
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
say
But
they say
is it, though?
They say it's gonna get
But
a
is
little
it,
bit better
though?
now. But you know, another show
Had a
that
similar
actually
issue.
had a very similar issue was Tokyo Ghoul, and it's back. It's
back.
back, and it's already on its 2nd episode, and it is doing amazing.
You think it's doing amazing? Well, let me hear it.
It
Let me hear it.
saved the show in a way. Like it's crazy.
It's
in those 2 episodes. I think in the first episode, that scene where he meets Toka in the bar or in the cafe.
that's episode 2.
My best episode 2. Like, oh my god,
That's the only reason I kept watching.
there was so much emotion.
Because by the end of the 2nd episode, but that was at the very end. But by like the midpoint, I guess I could say, I was like, I don't really care about the show anymore. And then you
Yeah.
met Toka, and I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Now I get the feels. Now I remember why I liked season 1 and you know parts of season 2. And I was
because
like,
there was so
let's
much
bring it back.
emotion. Yeah,
Let's bring all the emotion back because as like see I don't I'm waiting because I'm not sold on Tokyo Ghoul season 3 yet. It's just like it's definitely different and it's doing a lot of things that the season 2 didn't do. That season 2 did wrong, but I don't think they're necessarily doing it that great in season 3. Season 3 is like way more accessible, I feel like.
Season
with the characters.
I
And season
agree.
2 was like so dark and just so somber that it was too somber. But me being
Yeah.
me, you know, I think I like that in a sense. I didn't hate season 2 at all as much as other people did, and I hope season 3 doesn't get too lighthearted. That's all I'm afraid of. I don't think it will. But
Season 2 almost killed the show. That's like the crazy thing. But again, like we
see,
talked
for
about
me,
this.
it didn't.
We
like,
kind of talked
kill
about
it.
this last
It was just
episode. Is
weird.
that he has split personalities,
Yeah.
and every season so far has followed that trend of a different personality. So it's
True.
like every
Almost has to.
yeah
go
every
this
season
direction.
has a different feel.
Yeah, because oh
and
my god,
that's
season
what I'm
2
super
was just
excited
like the
for.
most somber, like borderline boring.
Yeah, you got like this guy who was just like locked up for 10
yeah,
days getting
and then
tortured.
season 3, like what's his name? I forget what the personality is. Heisei is like way more upbeat, way more outgoing, way more fun.
Almost a completely different
Almost,
character.
but he's almost too fun for me. But I get it. I like it. I'm
Well,
enjoying it.
he's like a teacher too. He's like
Yeah.
a mentor.
but he's like
kind
a
of person.
fun teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a fun. The
He's
fun
like
teacher.
hey, I know we go out and we kill people, but it's like, hey, let's have fun doing it, right?
Yeah.
It's out for drinks afterwards.
But yeah, that whole
they did. They went out to get coffee.
spoiler alert, yeah, when he meets his ex girlfriend or whatever, love interest. But he like almost doesn't know who she is, so he like starts to cry.
Well, because
but
he's
he doesn't
like-
know why he's crying. Really,
Yeah,
it seems like.
it's like he snapped. He snapped.
Again.
he doesn't want to go back to the person that he was. He's constantly running away from his identity and all that stuff, and just he's trying to start over because, let's face it, his life sucked.
Yeah, seems a little bit better now.
Like season 2 was terrible.
Season
like
2
not
was
terrible as far as like
one of the
story
most
and everything,
somber, like,
which it was
shows,
terrible.
yeah.
But
Seasons, yeah.
but it was just there was so much crap going on that it was just like
It's
too
just pure
intense.
sadness.
Yeah.
This is the saddest fucking season. One of the saddest seasons I've ever seen.
I love that ending scene though. Just like those 2 minutes
Of
of
season
him
2?
just of him just walking
Oh, it was beautiful.
back and everybody like
They're not even fighting him.
nobody wants to fight him. They're
No.
just like, do we like
Did we kill him?
like
Should we kill him?
what are we doing? Like, because even the ghouls stopped fighting, like
Yeah.
the ghouls and the doves. Like, I love that, but because it was weird. It had like this weird kind of like the Romeo and Juliet kind of feel, like when they both die and like the two families like finally unite, and then they're just like, oh man, what have we done?
Yeah.
But they didn't have like that what have we done feel to it. It was just like,
I think one of the most interesting things about season 3 is like it's almost like you're relearning the main character.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool, but also a
'Cause
little jarring. Which
yeah.
I think is interesting at the same time. It's like it's a different main character. It's kind of weird. The show
What?
normally doesn't do that.
So I haven't watched episode 2, but I watched episode 1 with you guys.
Yeah.
And it feels like I could just jump in, and I would still kind of get.
You
I,
could
I
prob-
would.
you could
I could
probably-
research some stuff, and I'd probably end up watching the rest of it.
Because it's a time skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely jump in, and because like season 3 follows a different personality,
Essentially a different character.
Yeah, essentially a different character is actually pretty much a different character
Yeah.
because he goes by under a different name and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, you could basically jump right in. However, this character has gone through certain struggles and all that stuff, so it just imagine like hopping right into Shippuden versus like Naruto. So you could actually
You
just
could,
start-
but you would
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
you
I
could-
don't
you-
understand.
You could
I
easily
don't
do
fully
it.
understand why.
Yeah, you don't send
yeah, you
emotion
could-
like episode 2 at the end of it. Like you wouldn't understand the
What
emotion. he's
got him
feeling,
to this point.
Like why he's crying. Like
Yeah,
'Cause,
like
like,
what
there's-
got him to this point? Why is this guy that he's carrying for 2 minutes in the last episode?
you can
of
read
season
about
2?
it, but it's
Yeah.
like but definitely it's easier to jump in than
Why does he crack his
other
finger?
anime for sure.
Why is it so important that he cracks his finger?
It
Before he-
looked,
before
when we
he
watched
fights.
it, it looked cool. I was like, oh yeah, I remember.
jump in.
I liked the first
Just
2
read,
episodes of
just
Tokyo
read an
Ghoul.
Who is the
overview.
first guy that he's fighting? Why does this guy know who he is and all
Yeah,
that stuff?
that's
Like
true.
it would immediately just make you ask a bunch of questions because
Yeah.
you don't know what this character has been through. And
I thought the guy with white hair, I forget his name, when he walked into the coffee shop was going to talk.
the ghoul.
Yeah, the
Oh,
ghoul. I
okay.
thought he was going to
Zigul.
talk.
No, he doesn't really
Sorry.
talk.
I
That's
would
like his
want him to
character.
talk.
Yeah, I was like, it's his character.
Just stands there. How does he serve people? He doesn't. He just makes
well,
coffee.
he's
He
a
can do
barista.
You can
He's
do
a
like,
barista that doesn't talk.
you can do one nod for no. Oh no, was it?
'Cause,
two
I mean,
nods for
I-
yes.
Well,
Right.
Toka takes the order.
Yeah, sure. I think
And then there was that one monkey dude who used to work there.
Oh, but he's dead.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
He's
And
dead.
so is the dog chick.
Dead as hell. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was cool. Black Dover.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember her real name, but
But yeah,
Anyways.
I like that show.
I think
I'm so excited.
I'm staying positive.
Yeah,
I'm staying positive for Tokyo Ghoul. I think it's way better than it's coming back better than most animes would from how bad that season was like reviewed.
yeah. And this
You know what I'm
time they're actually keeping promise to the manga. Like they're
Is it
actually going
following
to.
the manga?
Yeah, they're
Right
actually
on.
just going to follow the manga. And they're going to go with their own original story. And what I thought was actually pretty interesting about this, because I read about it, why they did that was because it was out of the writer's hand. He was like, yeah, no, they told me to do it.
The producers or
Yeah.
whoever was
Yeah.
funding it.
They told him to do it, and he said, yeah, he did want to like kind of just go a different route with it, anyways, but he didn't want to go too far in that extent, because
Yeah.
when they do a third season, which is why it almost just didn't happen in the first place, then they would have to reference all the stuff that happened in the second season.
Yeah.
And then it would just deviate too much from what happened in
Mm-hmm.
the story. So that's kind of why like they made it seem so dull and just like empty for the second season, was just because they didn't want
To do
the-
too much explaining.
Yeah, they didn't want to do too much explaining and just too much like, wait, but this carries over to that. Like they just kind of just wanted to just blow through it and just not have it be too important.
If
But
you-
they
if you-
kept the important parts in there.
That makes
though.
sense, because if you're listening or watching, if you've seen Tokyo Ghoul season 2, you're just like
This has nothing to do with the manga anymore.
you're kind of just like, and the whole time there's like barely any exposition on what the fuck's going on. It's kind of just like
Random episodes, random
no,
stories.
it's not random. It's just like it's just happening. No one's really talking about what's happening. Like the whole time he's like eating other like ghouls to become like a super ghoul. Like that's not even really explained. They kind of just discuss it like secondhand, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Like, is that what's happening? I'm confused. And then it never really happens, and you're like, kind of like by the end of it, you're like, but what was the point of the, like? It's like there's really like barely any connections. It's kind of like just one like really like basic flat story that goes through season 2. It's kind of very basic. You know, a lot of stories, a lot of expositions about this character and that character, and this is what this is, and this is the lore of this piece of it, and it was just very, very like simplistic.
Or,
I see.
I got an emergency.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh, I don't have to go, but I have to call someone. I got
Okay,
an emergency.
Make your phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. I'll try to carry this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just go off my
Yeah, have your
overview.
notes. Have your
The
notes.
Tokyo Ghoul one for me would be too hard to carry, unfortunately, because I don't know anything about it.
Oh man, we don't get to talk about Persona 5. All right, we're gonna talk about random stuff.
Okay, so I mean I really want to talk about Violet Evergarden. I know you didn't.
Oh yeah, let's talk
you
about
didn't
Violet
watch it.
Evergarden.
So what episode did you get up to?
I'm right before the heavy flashback episode. Right, wait, she learns. Spoiler alert.
She learns about
What's his
Captain
dad?
or
his
Major,
dad.
right?
Major's death.
Okay.
Or no, that he's missing in action.
Yeah, okay.
That's as far as I've gotten.
Okay. Yeah,
If
after
you
that it
if
gets
you
really
have
good.
something to spoil, you could talk about.
All right.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sergio and Shelby about this earlier. I'm on episode 11, but I just finished episode 10 today. And I know it's honestly probably one of the most coolest animes, especially the way that I just wanted a quick side note, the way that they draw her eyes and everybody's eyes.
Yeah.
It's like whenever she's not feeling anything, you don't see it. You don't see a light in her eye. Anytime
Mhm.
she's feeling any type of emotion at all, you see some light. It's kind of cool.
The detail in the animation is
Yeah.
like second to none.
So I watched my favorite episode by far, episode 10, when she is back at work and she's at a lengthy task. I don't know if it's days or weeks. I want to say it was weeks because it looks like it took a freaking long time. Basically, she had to write like all these letters to this woman's daughter because this woman's about to die of some sickness. And in the episode, the woman's daughter ends up talking to the doll, kind of like confronting her and kind of like very upset in a childish manner, saying, "Why are you taking so much time away from my mother when she's dying, and I just want to have time with her to myself?" She's like, "I'm sorry, but you know, the work that I'm doing with your mother is very important. You'll understand why. These letters are very important. We need to get them done." Fast forward at the end of the episode, the mother dies. He just shows them at the ceremony for her funeral, and then the woman's daughter at the time, she's 8 years old. 2 years pass, and then the daughter finally gets a letter from her mother. Every birthday, for pretty much after that, every birthday that she turns 11, 12, 13, 14, for the next 50 years, her mom wrote letters for her birthday every 50 years saying that, like, hey, even though I'm gone, I'm still here. I hope you're doing a fantastic job. And she's like 10 years old. She's like, oh, you probably have a lot of friends right now and you're going to grade school. Please cherish these moments. Gets to 18. Oh, you're probably, experiencing love for your first time. I hope the boy is amazing and he's treating you right. Remember not to get too caught up and swept up in the emotions. Life is still going around you. 24, you're an adult. You're a woman. You're a woman. You're taking care of yourself. You're probably living on your own. It was just really, really cool, especially like they put a lot of time and effort. You know what I mean? And I was just like,
so
dude.
amazing.
And I told you this, and I don't give a crap what anybody thinks, but that legit fucking made me cry.
Yeah.
I literally haven't
Hit you in the
cried.
feels.
Haven't cried in a long ass time, and that hit me out of nowhere. I was like, fuck, and just like not really like connecting into any personal issues, but just reading a lot lately about like I've been reading Mark Hunt's autobiography, and his life
just
is
about struggle.
messed up. Yeah, and so like I just been reading a lot about stuff like that, and that like put me over the edge. But man, this anime is good. It's really, really good. There was one episode that I didn't enjoy when did you get to the episode when she meets that one dude in the town? He stays there because his dad, which was a traveler, looked around for or collected a bunch of information. No?
I think I've seen that.
There you'll run into an episode you're just kind of like, this
There's a few episodes like that, but like definitely there's a lot of interesting writing going on in every episode. They're very different.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the ones that gave me the feels a little bit too is when she was writing for the writer.
Yeah.
And he
that
basically
was cool.
he was writing a story about like his final story or whatever. He was amazing. He's a really renowned writer, and
that one was really cool.
his basically was a a mirrored image of his daughter, and it was about like her becoming like what she always wanted to be, which is basically like magic.
Pretty much like,
Like
a
most little
fantasy,
girls want to be, like a fantasy,
a princess.
a princess, like And I don't want to spoil too much, but it was a very emotional episode because the daughter's dead, so it was like his final love letter to his daughter in a sense.
I thought that was really cool
when she jumps over the water.
Yeah,
just like his daughter always wanted to do.
She's like, I almost made it across.
Yeah, just like as if his daughter, like she's a kid in a sense.
That was
like
that one too. I don't know if
young.
it was that episode, but I'm pretty sure that was the first episode where she actually cried.
Yeah,
and then was that the same episode when she was just kind of like, oh no, it was.
That's when she finds out, I believe that.
Yeah, that's when she comes back, and she's just like on the way back on the boat. She's just like remembering all the things that she did in the war.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then remember what the guy said to her, like, you're burning up, you're gonna be on fire. And she's like, I'm not on fire. She's like, I'm on fire.
Yeah,
like, that was really crazy.
Realized,
I was like, damn.
She finally knows what love is, but not just that. Like she knows what like
remorse
sadness
is
and hate, and she's learning more emotions than just love. And then she realizes like, holy crap, I've done some really messed up stuff, and it just all hits her at once.
Yeah,
that's like that would be awful.
I was like,
all the stuff that I've done bad hit me at once. I'd probably feel the same way.
I know. I couldn't imagine how that must be like, especially like murder, like straight up just a killing machine. People. Yeah. It's like, damn.
Yeah,
man.
it's a really good anime. I can't wait to finish it. I'm on episode 9, I think, or 8 or 9, and then so only a few episodes ago.
Yeah,
have you finished it yet?
No, there's 13 episodes.
13,
I'm on episode 11. I'm gonna imagine that these last 3 are gonna be really great.
All the feels.
Yeah, so I was like, I gotta stop right here.
A punch in the gut. That show could be straight up.
But yeah, it was great, dude. I loved it. I still
watch anything else this week?
No, dude. I've been, like I told you, I had work for the past 2 days for like 14 hours straight, and so I watched not Darling in the Franxx. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
Really good.
Kind of ruined it for me, but it's okay.
I sent a text. Huh?
Yeah,
sent a text. Spoiler alert. 02 is the girl in red.
Yeah.
The original Darling.
Swear. Wait, what?
Nothing.
What?
Just watch it.
Wait, what?
Just watch it.
Can you just tell? Is there anything else that you could tell me?
Well, it's just like she's mentioned before, like her first Darling.
Her first Darling, yeah.
He is the first Darling.
But I don't get it.
You just gotta watch it. Just gotta watch it.
She just doesn't remember?
Something like basically.
Yeah.
We both don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Until something happens to where their brains like connect and they're like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyways, it's really good.
All right, for sure.
Darling in the Franxx is actually that like these past 2 episodes. Shelby said it was okay, but these past 2 episodes, I was just like, okay, this show is really good. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I was so like not for it on episode 1 and 2, and then by these like whatever episode it's on, what is it?
Yeah,
12.
I can't remember what episode it's on.
13. I don't know.
I was
by these 2 episodes, I was just like, this show is good. This show's getting good. Like the end of this most recent episode, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, all the feels. I was just like, I almost wanted to cry. I was like, no. Why you do this?
That's cool, man.
It was really good. I watched a bunch of stuff. I watched
I literally couldn't. I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
I literally watched all last night. I had free time finally last night.
Yeah.
And I just was like binge watched a bunch of anime.
See, I had free time today, but
dude, Persona 5 second episode is good.
I didn't watch that.
I want to talk about it with Shelby, but screw it.
I should have watched that. I literally the only time, because I binge watched freaking Violet Evergarden. Yeah. So that's why. Anything else we can talk about right now? I mean, unless this is going to be a BS cast. Because if it's going to be a BS cast, like, it's literally going to incorporate all of them.
The coolest thing, I'm just going to talk about Persona 5. Persona 5, I think the episode 2, if you got turned off by episode 1, is, like, amazing comparatively. So Persona 5, the animation, not the game. Yeah, because if episode 1 was a lot of exposition just kind of jammed into like 20 minutes, which kind of felt a little bit jarring in my opinion. I've played the game. But episode 2 is just really fleshes out what's going on, who the characters are, and it explains it in a very tasteful way, and it's not boring. As in sometimes in the game when you're like 4 hours of exposition as you're playing Persona 5, the video game. But in the anime, I think it does it amazingly, and definitely they're going to probably skip a few characters that are in the game because the game is massive.
Yeah.
definitely loved it. I don't want to give you haven't seen it yet. I don't want to give too
No,
many
that's okay,
spoilers,
yeah.
but there's another persona revealed. There's 2 personas revealed, and then I love I love the intro. Oh my god, the intro is so amazing.
Yeah.
'Cause the season 1 they did like a little, they always do it kind of different now in episode 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, episode 1. But episode
Oh,
2,
okay, I know what you're saying,
episode
yeah.
2 is the official intro, and it's awesome. Oh my
Yeah.
god, the music in Persona 5 is amazing, but the intro is actually not in the game. I'm pretty sure. I definitely need to look up what song that is because I love it, and the outro is pretty good too. But I love how they do the outros because it's just like the video game. When you defeat a battle, it like puts each character up that was in the battle, and it shows like in the show it doesn't show the experience, but next to the characters' heads in the game, it shows their experience points that they earned.
Mhm.
So it comes up, it like slides in all cool, all comic book like, and it shows their heads like as if they finished the battle.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
So I love how they kept the animation style similar to the game because the game was like all this like in your face, like comic booky, like / weird manga kind of hybrid where it like pops around in your face and looks really interesting. It's almost like panel work, panels of comic books.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's why it's kind of like a molding of the two. It's like because manga doesn't have the panel work. I think is like a little more simplistic, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure.
I don't know. Manga is like
some of it's really good.
some of
But I don't know. It's just there's a difference between manga panel work and like comic panel.
yeah,
comic panel.
obviously there is.
So it's kind of a cool mesh.
So it's you say it's more comic based.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a weird molding between the two.
Cool.
But yeah, Persona 5 animation episode 2. Keep following that anime. I think it's gonna get really good because
So
the
he
game's
gets-
amazing.
So he gets to rip another mask off his face.
Someone else rips their mask off the face.
Someone else does.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. Well, I know that's only episode 2. And I don't
Yeah.
really know too much about the game, but do you think only in this anime series he only gets one persona?
I don't think so.
No.
The battles are kind of weird because in the game it's all turn based. So, but I'm gonna end it right here. But a quick nerd out about it.
Yeah.
Was in the game. There's obviously it's an RPG, so there's like weaknesses and stuff. The fight and attack like purposely using like the enemy's weakness. Like I remember the enemy's weakness in the game, fighting them, and the attack with like this enemy's weak to electricity. So. I don't want to spoil it. This character has electricity, so he fires electricity at that bad guy. The bad guy gets downed, and like it's really cool.
Oh, okay.
It's really interesting. Like so, they're still keeping that elemental and that RPG style. If you're not a fan, you're just gonna see it as like a battle. It's fine. But me being a nerd, I'm like, ooh,
That's cool.
they kept the details right. So it's awesome. Loved it.
Cool.
I've watched Gun Gale, at least the newest one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shelby didn't talk about it too much, but a quick exposition is it's basically like just like I guess he talked a little bit about last week.
It's a different character, right? All
different
different
character,
people?
different spin-off. The main character, I actually really love it because it's about this girl who has almost like a body complex, which I think we all struggle with. Maybe females more, possibly. She got a body complex. She joined the game to kind of be a different person, which
Yeah.
I think we all want to do, right?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, your online avatar is like, you know what? This is what I want.
I want to be this person. So she picks like this little cute girl, and it's pretty awesome. I love it. She like wears all pink in this gun game, completely stands out, and she's kind of just a nervous badass.
Yeah.
I actually really love that character.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
only watched one episode.
I feel like because of all the stuff that you watch too, it's harder to retain.
It's hard to
some of
remember
that
names, especially in
information.
Japanese.
Yeah,
Everything's
that
in
too.
Japanese.
Yeah.
They say it so fast, and I'm like, wait, what was her name again?
To go back to
How do you pronounce that?
to Violet Evergarden, it felt like for sure this anime would have been way better watching in Japanese, but because I already started in English.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Tokyo Ghoul. They had the option to watch an English dub, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna watch anime in Japanese from now on.
It's honestly most of the time better.
yeah.
Like 99%.
It makes me a little bit more
better.
focused too because I actually have to read the subtitles. So like, I mean, at least to me, if I'm reading something, I retain a little bit more information.
I think so. Like I can't like
It's-
I
the way
can't
that
I can't
sucks-
do laundry and watch anime.
Yeah, for sure I
I can
can't.
do laundry
See,
and
that's-
watch The Office.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I
I know.
see. That's what I wish I could do. That's the only reason why I would ever have English.
Yeah, same.
But at the same time, just like it's just not as good. It's
Mhm.
off-putting.
A little
I
bit.
But yeah, there's definitely a couple episodes that I'm just like, this for sure was an episode that you have to watch in Japanese. But
Like-
I'm not
like-
gonna do that.
Going back to Gun Gale, I think it's pretty cool. I mean,
A little more unique, you think?
unique isn't what I would say because it's basically like a like
Same thing as Sword
Not
Art.
to sound like I'm saying they're cynical, but it seems like they're kind of banking off the battle royale thing that's going on because they're in a battle royale version of Gun Gale.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know, man. It's just like
is that the thing now? Is that okay?
that's
Is
just
that
the times.
acceptable? Like,
Yeah, I think it is.
Like the character, the character is awesome.
Who are we to say? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I'm being cynical or not.
I
but,
just think
like,
because we're not in that, we're just not
we're just
in.
a little too old to get
I don't
the
know if it's
battle royale thing.
I mean,
I don't hate it.
I have Fortnite downloaded.
I mean,
I want to play it.
I like PUBG.
I don't think they're bad games, but I just I think because it's so you can mass market it to such
All right.
to so many like different
He's
like
back. Okay, so we gotta be careful what we say.
so many different
What happened?
activities and different entertainment.
You guys saying some racist shit?
No.
Why? What do you automatically go to racist?
It'd be really funny if one of us just like blurred out the N word in a very southern accent.
Because I,
No.
Because I came back and then you were just like, oh, my bad. We got to be careful what we say.
No.
He's here. We're here
Well,
on sensitive ears now.
I guess you'll have to watch or listen to hear all my racist comments. All of them.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm so
what-
bored
what
now.
are
We were
guys.
just talking. We were trying to fill in as
Shut
you're
up.
gone, man. We're
You like
waiting
what
for
I
you
did
to come
there?
back.
I'm sorry. I was gone for 12 minutes and a second.
Shut up, Alec. What the hell?
South
All right,
Park.
so we already talked about Persona 5. Man.
Okay.
I already watched it. What's your take on Persona 5 Episode 2?
Episode 2.
We talked about it for a minute, so
Did you discuss the fact that like finally we got past this blue ball relief?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
way better, yeah.
Because that pissed me off last episode. Like it was just like, oh yeah, no, he got his persona. He ripped off his mask. Till next time.
One thing I brought up, I think you can vouch for, was in the battle scene how they use like actual
Oh,
attack,
the surprise attack.
and the weaknesses. Like,
Yeah.
that character was weak to wind,
Yeah.
so they used wind attack. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that was all.
Oh
dope.
yeah, and they did the surprise attack.
Yeah, the all out attack. I love
The all
that.
out attack, yeah.
I loved it. I was hoping that they'd play like that because I love when you do the all out attack in the game and like they get to that part and the song's called Last Surprise and then like right when you do it they'd say like you never see it coming.
Yeah.
Like I love that part.
Yeah.
And then like it was all awesome. So finally they got their crew, their team and everything. I love the scene where Ryuji gets his persona.
I didn't want to spoil it for Alec. But yeah.
Oh, my bad, Alec. Well,
It's okay.
Another character gets their. They all get
already said
personas.
that.
Yeah, I was like, they all get personas.
Yeah.
And
But yeah.
I'm not gonna remember the
you
name,
saw
so.
you saw how in the first episode, like he rips off the mask and it's also attached to his face and
Yeah,
then, like his blood. They all do that.
Nice.
every new character. But yeah.
Yeah,
They're just like, I
Every-
can't get it off.
yeah.
It
No,
sucks.
that's basically what happens. But it was all pretty dope. I loved that I got to hear what Captain Kid's voice sounds like. Which is the name of
Ryuji's persona.
Ryuji's persona. They're all based off of.
I think Ryuji has one of the coolest outfits.
Yeah, it's,
sure.
It's like
Skull?
his rebellious
Skull's
character.
sick.
Yeah, it's perfect.
He has a bat and a shotgun.
But
Oh.
all the
Nice
main characters'
combinations.
personas
Or a hammer,
are based
whatever.
off of fictional
one.
thieves. So
Fictional thieves?
yes, Arsene
So
Lupin, Captain
Zorro.
Kid, Zorro, Carmen.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
so they're all based off of like fictional thieves in some form. And yeah, I'm really excited to see all the others. Goemon, Ishikawa, Loki, all of them. Man, I can't wait.
Keep watching, people.
Yeah, keep watching.
Keep watching Persona 5.
Like this episode got me amped for the rest of the series.
For sure. I agree.
But I was just like, they could have just did one super long episode.
You should have done like a double feature.
Yeah, because
Episode 1 was so whatever.
episode 1 was not enough.
As
That's
an
what
initial
pissed
release,
me
like
off.
2
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what pissed me off. But that's kind of like
That's
how it
anime.
felt.
That
But no,
happens,
that's
yeah.
because they I like that they're doing it that way because it felt like that when you first initially turn on the game.
True.
You play the game for 3 hours of doing nothing.
Yep.
And
Just
you're
straight
just-
exposition.
Yeah, just straight exposition, and
Yeah.
then finally you get to that point, and then you're just like, "Well, do I keep going? I got my persona." And then, like, as soon as you get your persona, you get sucked back into the real world, just like
Yeah.
what happens in the show.
Yeah.
And then you're
Good
like,
point.
I want to get back in there.
Yeah, I want to actually play this game.
Yeah, so the
I don't want
show.
to sit through more exposition.
Yeah, so the show that just like kind of did exactly that.
Definitely,
Instead of you
definitely.
spending like another 12 hours trying to get to know the world and get a job and go on with their high school career,
And go
you're
to
like,
go to
yeah, you're
school,
like, screw that. We're gonna
study.
hop right back in there and like get through this
Go fight some
castle,
stuff.
go fight some stuff, and then we get more characters, and then like it's a really good pace for the show. I am a little sad that it's not going to be able to cover everything as always. But
Definitely
it's
not.
but if that's the case, they're probably just going to do what they did with Persona 4 and just do Persona 4 Golden, which was a New Game Plus. So
Oh.
although all the actions and choices that you couldn't make initially, because your main character's stats weren't up, like your guts weren't up all the way, so you couldn't say this in the dialogue because they were just like, oh, well, you're a
So
spineless
they did an
person right now.
animation with that.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
because it like there were certain parts in the series where it was just like, oh, well, the character's gonna like catch the eraser or something like that, but then he was like, oh, his coolness isn't up yet. So Persona 4 Golden, the teacher throws an eraser, he dodges it, and then they're just like, oh, your points went up or something like that. And I was like, oh, cool.
It's in the anime.
Yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
don't say his points went up, but it's just, like it's New Game Plus.
Okay, yeah.
So Persona 5 is probably gonna go that route.
Hi.
What up?
Yo, we got a follow. Thanks for the follow.
That's pretty
John Krosky. Right
Nice.
on, brother.
sick. Thank you, John.
Yeah. So Persona 5 is probably gonna go that route
What if it was our
eventually,
boss?
which is I don't know.
Cool.
Which is
Love it.
Sorry.
which is kind of like scary because
Hmm.
I hope that I'm pretty sure that like what they're gonna do is just plow through the main story. Like they're not gonna get the true ending because that was like the true ending was another 30 hours. So they're probably gonna do what they did with Persona and Persona 4 and just come out with the
Yeah.
movie. Persona 3 decided to come out with movies. So there's like 4 movies right now for Persona 3.
The possibilities.
Yeah, and they're all on Netflix. If you haven't seen them, I definitely recommend them.
They're on Netflix?
Yes.
Right on.
Yep.
Right on.
I definitely recommend you guys check them out.
Persona movies.
And Persona 3 was actually like the emo style. What up? Oh man, we got another.
What else do we get?
Yeah, I
John
don't know.
asking what current
Oh.
we got another follow.
Yeah.
Remaster with the follow. Thanks.
Thank you.
What animes are you guys currently watching? We're watching a bunch. We talked about
Oh,
last
man,
episode,
so,
but we'll go over
yeah.
it real quick.
Last episode was the Springtime Watch Fest because there's a lot of spring anime. What I am watching.
Quick recap.
Prepare yourself.
He's watching everything.
Yeah,
basically.
My Hero Academia for this season. I'll try and do this season only. My Hero Academia, continuation of Darling and the Franxx. I'm watching the Sword Art Online spinoff Gun Gale online. I am also watching Violet Evergarden is now on Netflix, which is technically last season, but it's on Netflix this season. Catching up on Seven Deadly Sins and Nanatsu no Taizai. Persona 5.
There's so much.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Hold on, I still got some more fingers.
Food Wars.
Yeah, watch continuation on Food Wars. They came out with their second episode earlier this morning. I watched it. It was good.
Tokyo Ghoul. You say that already?
I did not say Tokyo,
Tokyo
Ghoul. Thank
Ghoul.
you, Tokyo Ghoul. Come on, I got like 2 more fingers. What else am I watching, Sergio?
There's so much. I'm watching pretty much all those except for Food
Yeah.
Wars, and I'm not watching My Hero. But I may jump into My Hero when I have time. But I'm watching.
Oh,
all of those.
Caligula.
Caligula too. I'm watching
Yeah.
Caligula. Caligula. I definitely recently watched episode 1.
It was super trippy, right?
It was like I kind of called it because it was really interesting. I love the character because he's so into philosophy.
Yeah.
And he's just like quoting philosophers like 24/7. I'm like, this is too smart. I dumb. But like,
Right? And like I told you, like I had to go back. Like I stopped watching it 15 minutes in because I was like, hold on, I gotta.
It's on BRB, right?
I gotta process.
Yeah.
It's on the watch
I have
list?
it on the
Yeah.
watch list.
Okay.
But I was like, yo, I gotta process all the
What he
information
just
that
said.
he just put into my head.
I'll probably go home tonight and check
All
that
these
out.
all
for
these
sure,
different.
But I
theories.
kind of called it. I was like, oh, he's in a different world. And then like all stuff goes crazy, and he's like, yeah, he's in like some virtual world.
Yeah. Oh man. What does that say? Read it out loud.
Okay, he's talking about Tokyo Ghoul. During
Oh,
the
okay.
physical and mental tortures he suffers at the hands of Jason, Kaneki's hair turns white and he sees a vision of Rize. Eventually,
Rise.
He comes to accept his ghoul half and fights back and kills Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
What
like
happens?
that was the conclusion of season 1.
Season 1,
It was dope.
Season 2 was the most sad, somber show I've ever seen in my life. It was almost boring.
That was
season
that
3
was-
is getting really good.
Season 2 was the saddest show that you've ever seen in anime.
No, it hasn't.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just like most somber. Like,
I was about to be like, dude.
Like,
It-
not worth watching.
yeah, no,
try
no.
Trigun was sadder.
Like no, it's
More
worth
sad.
watching. Season 2 is worth watching. It's just like it's just a very mellow, like
Yeah.
depressing show. Like it's weird.
The
It's
main
not like-
character had like 2 lines the
it
whole
doesn't-
season.
Yeah, it doesn't make me want to cry, but it's just like I'm bummed out the whole time watching.
Yeah. No, it was cool.
My favorite anime is Fortnite. Worst
Nice.
anime ever. 0 out of 10.
I'll make my list really short. Darling in the Franxx, Violet Evergarden. Because I haven't gotten around
That's
to
okay.
watching any anime. And I'm not that big on anime too much nowadays,
dude.
but
You're just
You know,
you're-
I got a
you're-
list. It's growing.
You're a weebo and
It's
we're
growing.
otakus. That's the difference.
That's fine. I'm
Shoot
fine with
yourself.
Weibo.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Anyways, what's next, Joey? What do we got? What do we got to talk
Well,
about?
hold on. I wanted to fill up those other 2 fingers. Uma Musume.
Uma
Say, I
Musume.
gotta make
Yeah,
10.
horse girl.
I gotta make Alec feel like shit.
Horse Girl.
Yeah.
I tried. I'm not watching that this season.
No?
Nah, dude, I give up.
Oh man.
That show is whatever, bro.
And then
It's about horse girls.
I decided to watch Full Metal Panic again
Why?
because Full Metal Panic
Just kidding.
came out from
It's a good
like
show.
back in the 2000s. Like
Respect.
Yeah, so
respect.
it finally came back after like 12 years. Come on, man. I'm not going to miss that. Like I miss Full Metal Panic Fumofu. I love that
So
series.
you wrote something in this overview. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Netflix will pay you to binge watch anime with a twist.
Oh, yeah.
Como si habla español?
Yeah, I said como se habla español.
What do you mean by that? You said that to me, and I was like, "What?"
Do you
Yeah,
speak Spanish?
I know what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah.
No.
Do you speak Spanish? But like, what is? Explain.
So basically, as you said, or as the article was titled, was that Netflix is willing to pay you to
If you speak
binge
Spanish.
watch anime
No.
and a couple of other shows. But the twist is that you will have to write about these shows and be fluent in a foreign language. So it doesn't really matter if it's Spanish. I just did Spanish because, like,
That was easy.
yeah, because it was easy. I know how to say, like, do you know how to speak Spanish in Spanish?
Plus, I'm pretty sure we understood.
Yeah.
We both could understand that.
Yeah,
too.
so I was
He
like,
probably could be
there
able to
you go.
say that in Japanese, but we probably
Anyways,
be like,
go
what is
yeah.
that?
So
But,
how'd you hear about this?
I was really bored at work, and
Yeah.
I should have been working. Yeah, I should have been working, but I was reading.
Classic.
I was reading articles on my phone, so I read about this article, and I thought it was actually pretty interesting because they're willing to pay you, and you can actually travel out to L.A. and they would also pay for like your housing and stuff like that too. They're
And
willing
all
to
you do
that.
is review anime, basically.
Yep. All you do is review anime or anime originals on Netflix or like the anime that they purchase, like Be the Beginning and all that stuff, as well as just
That's cool.
like a couple of other shows that they're willing to do.
I would love
And
to do that.
You would just
That sounds
you would just
awesome.
review.
It sounds
But-
like the best job ever.
but yeah, this is also like a huge thing with manga screen captures and all that stuff. We need translators, and a lot of people don't really get that. Like then and it's kind of cool for people who come out here and there's like, oh well, yeah, no, I'm from Britain or I'm from London or whatever. Because I actually have a cousin that just came back from London, and he was like, well, I need a job. Like, what did you recommend? I was like, well, you could teach like English to like Chinese kids.
Yeah.
And guess what he's doing?
Teaching English to Chinese kids.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's teaching English to Chinese kids.
That's pretty cool.
Like I said it as a joke, and he's really doing that. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, no, it's cool. Like I really like doing it, and now it gets me like more diverse in like another language as well, so that way he can communicate with these people. But I just thought it was cool
I think
that translating is such a huge thing.
It's translating is a huge thing, especially in like media,
Yeah.
especially in like movies and stuff like that, because there's only one Hollywood in a sense. Like I'm relating this to big screen movies. Like, there's only one Hollywood. Like other countries aren't able to see the movies that we get to see. We get to see way more movies than any other country.
Yeah.
Like big budget movies. Like I think only a certain amount are allowed to make it to Japan and China every year,
Uh-huh.
and they're cherry picked. So I think it's awesome. Totally makes sense. I'm sure it relates to anime as well. Like only certain countries are able to see these animes. So
anime, manga, video
so I'm
games.
sure there's less commercials, less media surrounding it. So the fact is that that's a way for Netflix to promote their site. It's like, hey, we're also on this anime stuff here, right? So people in South America could know that Netflix has got the anime on lock.
Yeah.
They got this show.
like come check this out.
You
Do
can check this
do
out.
a synopsis for this show, or
yeah,
just like
that's awesome. That totally makes sense.
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't like really get to is that like Netflix isn't the only group that's doing this. Crunchyroll was actually hiring a while back. I know like BuzzFeed,
awesome.
Funimation was hiring a while back. I think I saw this like a year ago. Funimation was doing
Yeah.
it. They wanted to hire subbers for people to watch these episodes or these series
sub
and
them.
type in the subs,
Yeah, wait.
which is perfectly just normal. If
Yeah.
you understand what they're saying, just
That's
go ahead and
pretty dope,
do like a rough draft. But you also have to like get the gist of what they're saying and not take away from the main story.
Yeah.
So that's also difficult
Yeah.
to do because like when you're translating from different language, like there's
Some
certain
things
phrases.
mean different things.
Yeah,
There's
there-
phrases that are like slang.
Yeah,
or
there's
like,
certain phrases that just won't like
translate properly.
Yeah, like that.
Like
Deftone-
Japanese is like seems very poetic
Yeah.
when you actually like know what each word means, but then to translate it properly and make it sound like an English sentence
Yeah.
can kind of throw off the actual like poetic meaning of it.
Yeah.
like that Deftones album, Koi no Yokan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it? Love at First Sight, or like something like that.
It's
Something like those
basic.
lines?
It basically means love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many different meanings for it.
Yeah.
too, but that's the
Exactly.
basic
Yeah.
meaning.
Exactly.
But that's
how it
that's
translates
that's
to
how we
English.
translate
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
us. Like
but
it's,
in Japanese or
it's like a
in the original-
paragraph.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a
Weird.
paragraph of an explanation. But yeah,
That's awesome. That'd be an
Netflix-
awesome job.
yeah. Netflix is willing to pay you. You can travel out to LA, which is like not that far from
for
us.
us.
Dude, I wish.
And, if you're fluent in a foreign language and you're willing to write out all these reviews for these shows or anime or whatever, then hit them up. They'll pay you. You can binge watch all the anime
If
that you
only I
love,
knew Spanish.
right?
Dude, I should know Spanish.
Yeah, right.
Damn
That's a whole
parents.
other story, Sam.
I know.
Sam. It's fine. We need to learn Japanese before we go to Japan. Woo!
Oh,
Damn.
I was just raising my head because I was like, I'm good.
I thought you were just going for a
All right,
high
what else
five.
we got?
All right. Was that the last thing, or was that the last?
No, you got
topic?
more.
Oh, did I? Dude, I don't remember.
See.
I got thrown off.
Si,
My
senor.
bad.
Yeah, Shelby threw us all off. It's fine. It's all
Yeah,
your fault.
Sorry about
You
that.
should feel bad.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
oh my God. So, my favorite show of all time
What?
is Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You sent me this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed.
I was so mad to see this.
Do you think they allow smoking in them?
Probably.
Probably they better.
Well, I think.
For
I think that
Speaking
might
of
be
it.
illegal.
Well,
Anyways,
okay. So Cowboy Bebop is a show about.
It's
space.
definitely a show.
It's a show about space and a show about bounty hunters and
Cowboys.
Like it's in
It's
space.
not about cowboys.
Well, the reason why they call it cowboy is because like they're bounty
I
hunters.
was about to say the cowboy
and
mentality.
and the bebop, which is like one of the main thing of
It's
the
jazz,
the-
right?
yeah, it's the jazz style.
Jazz.
So all the characters are dressed up in like these like nice like jazz outfits or like it's futuristic, but
It's-
it fits that style, and the music is
Exactly.
is
Like
awesome.
almost like a what era? Like 40s kind of style, maybe.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know.
like between the 20s and 40s.
Whenever the prohibition was.
Yeah.
Was that
for
30s?
future times.
Yeah, so it's a huge futuristic show, but
There's
like,
this kind of like
all the characters
vibe.
dressed like snappy.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's got this
it's
old
awesome.
school kind of vibe. It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, I don't know why you're even watching this podcast. You should probably just be watching.
It's my
Cowboy
favorite
Bebop.
show.
You shouldn't be listening to this. You should turn
Yeah.
this off and go watch Cowboy Bebop.
So
Yeah.
I gotta. I think you guys already know, but I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, you told me.
Okay, you should stop.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Stop being
Leave.
part of the show.
Anyways.
You're done. You're fired.
They
Bye.
are doing a Cowboy Bebop themed cafe.
Oh, yeah,
they're
that's
doing
where
two
we're going.
cafes in Japan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing
beautiful.
one.
I love
I
it.
believe in Osaka, and they're doing one in
But they're pop-ups, right?
yeah, they're pop up. So they're only was it one in
Yeah.
Osaka and one in Hokkaido? I'm not
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not 100% sure, but
Someplace in the Japan world.
yeah. So they're doing these two cafes, and you can go check them out if you got money like that. And they're doing them from like May 15th to June 10th.
So
Like you got like a month
I ain't
to go
going.
check out these two cafes.
But that sounds awesome.
They don't have any like usually whenever they do this, they show you like sneak peeks of the themes and everything. Because a while back they did a Final Fantasy 14 themed restaurant, and that was pretty dope. And when they do this, like they change everything. They obviously have the music feel, the art in there is like really
Drinks,
nice. The
themed
tables,
drinks, yeah.
they dress up the servers and everything.
Yeah.
The drinks are served in like these really nice glasses. Like they had for the Final Fantasy 14 one, they had like the drinks were served as items and stuff. So you had like ether, potion, an elixir, an X potion, and like
Damn.
they were super colorful, and they were served in like these crazy big vial things. Like I'm over here gushing right now.
Yeah.
And like all the food, I wish I had like pictures of the food to show you guys right now. It looked
Have you seen the
amazing.
Pokemon Cafe? That's permanent installation in Japan.
Yeah.
I
It's
believe
so
it.
awesome. They make like a Salisbury steak that looks like a Snorlax.
What?
Like there's so much little pastries, like Pikachu pastries, Jigglypuff pastries. It looks delicious.
I can only
It's super
imagine.
fun.
Sorry, being in that Final Fantasy cafe and just be like,
Final
I'm low on
Fantasy
health. I'm low on health. I need so many potions.
Well, like here's
They're all
like,
like laced with
I need all
alcohol.
here's
those.
like a
Potions in the
picture
bar.
of like the Moogle cake. I actually have a Moogle tattoo.
I mean,
Sergio.
we're looking
I
at a
don't know-
Moogle cake.
I
I
don't
could
know
put
if
it
you
on the
saw.
computer, but
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Go-
yeah, I actually have
Google
a,
Moogle cake.
I actually just got like a Moogle tattoo recently as well.
You have a Moogle tattoo? When? Oh my god, you got a new tattoo.
It's so
Yeah,
adorable.
I got another
You got a
tattoo.
little Moogle.
So
Yeah.
That's
adorable.
adorable. You show the
Yeah.
camera. You gotta show that to camera.
I gotta get.
That's like, I mean, it's a
Like-
game, but it's basically anime.
Well, they have a Final Fantasy anime.
Get close,
I
bro.
can't-
Right, it's
yeah, I
fine.
don't know. I don't know.
We'll just
We'll show
put,
it
we'll
later.
post it
Figure
on Twitter.
out. Yeah. We'll post my nerdgasm, but yeah. So you guys can see like some of the food, some of the menu from like the Final Fantasy 14 one, and just imagine like, oh, this looks
Cowboy
crazy.
Bebop.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing for Cowboy Bebop.
That's sick. I'm so stoked.
Look at this Ifrit pizza.
It's that's gross looking.
It's gross
It's
looking, but it's
black.
awesome.
Right? The crust is black, right?
Yeah, the crust is black.
Ugh.
But yeah, they
It's weird.
have nothing for the Cowboy Bebop one yet, so they just announced that they're doing this. I can only imagine like the different styles of food, but it's like, what do space humans eat? Like they just like the first episode was drugs, and then like
Just drugs.
it was like they were going
No
after
food, just alcohol.
well, they were going after a drug dealer. They were smoking cigarettes left and right, and then the first episode was just them trying to get like some beef in their beef and broccoli.
So they're
or
definitely gonna have
something.
beef and broccoli. then.
But there's no beef. It's just
Just like
that'd be funny.
vegetarian beef and broccoli.
Yeah, well, it wasn't vegetarian. They were just like, oh, well, it's beef stir fry, but we don't have any beef. Like,
Damn.
like that's how poor they were. So I can only imagine like just the theme that they're willing to go for. Are they really just gonna like go with stuff in the show? Or are they gonna pull items like strictly out of the show? But it's gonna be really cool, and they're probably like not gonna keep it to that center or like that strict nature because they're humans and they eat regular food and drink regular stuff and smoke cigarettes. So they might just like
Yeah.
focus on the environment, the feel
Yeah.
of it, the music,
Sure.
all that stuff, and the cigarettes. If they
For sure, the
Because they
cigarettes.
Yes.
smoke cigarettes all the time in that show. right?
Yeah.
Everyone's smoking.
Yeah, everybody's smoking. That was like
Everybody smokes.
that's what made me want to smoke cigarettes.
Terrible.
I know, right? But it made me cool for 3
Yo,
years.
I don't give a crap what anyone says.
How the hell were they able to
I-
run so many miles so much if they were
People
smoking
look.
that much?
I don't care. People look super cool if you smoke a cigarette. You do. You look cool.
I know, right?
It's a fact.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
saying
can.
it's good. I quit smoking. I've been off smoking for a year and like, I don't know, 5 months.
I think I haven't smoked in a
but
year.
I'll tell you what. You get your leather jacket on. You get your Converse on. You put one foot on the wall. Pop a cigarette in your mouth. You just look cool as hell, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Cool as
I for some reason when a woman is smoking a cigarette, I consider her like slightly more attractive than the average woman.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
it just looks cool.
It's just the
It
thing.
looks sexy as hell.
Like if there was a way for you to smoke cigarettes
Damn it.
and like not have like if
Die.
you could be like an anime character and just smoke cigarettes your whole life and just like that just be your thing.
and then chase bandits and
yeah, and then chase bandits and do flips and like
and
Krav
perhaps
Maga
eat
and
every
stuff
now and then.
and get shot and not die.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, like if you could do that,
Oh, if we
I'd
could
be
live
all
in
for
Cowboy
cigarettes.
Bebop, that'd probably be a sad existence.
dude, they were all sad people. Every last person on that ship, even the dog.
Aw.
the dog was
Poor
sad.
little corgi.
Oh,
a
dude, they
dog?
might have a corgi. Yeah, his name was Ein.
I little cork butt.
Yeah, he was a
Aw.
It's a
corgi.
corgi. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, no, cool.
Yeah,
Little corgi.
that was like the saddest life for a dog. But he was so happy. There's one episode where like where they eat shrooms or they like on accident.
What?
They eat like the main focusing characters like stash of shrooms.
Yeah.
And the dog ate them too, and then like you could see the dog's tripping out, like he's just super stiff, and he just every time he walks, he just like hops around everywhere, like he's not walking, he just hops.
That's funny.
So this was
awesome.
the
yeah,
Cowboy Bebop podcast for tonight. I'm just kidding.
right, yeah. So are we wrapping it up?
No, I was totally kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Just-
what?
I'm
I
just-
don't even know like what time we're on.
Dude, we're at 50 minutes.
50.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Well, we
What,
can.
anything you looking forward to? Any episode 3s? Episode 4s?
I'm really
Episode
excited for
10,
Persona.
for
I
sure.
gushed on that.
I
Oh,
agree.
and My Hero Academia. I kept watching that. There are like this arc is
Episode
actually.
2?
Yeah, it was episode 2. It's not a filler anymore. The first episode was a filler. I don't care what anybody says. It was a filler. And even my coworker
It's not
like
filler.
agrees with me. He was like, "Yeah, so that filler episode for a premiere, like, how are you gonna start a show like that?"
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because
But-
they didn't know how to.
Nah, they knew what they were
No,
doing.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what it
They have a manga. It's not like Darling in the Franxx where the show started first. But yeah, I'm really excited because this story arc was actually one of the more interesting ones that they had so far. So My Hero Academia is going to be really good. I'm really excited to see all these fight scenes because it's a fighting anime, it's a fighting manga, it's a fighting story. I love to see all that stuff animated. The Persona 5, already gushed about that pretty hard. Really excited to see what's going on with that. No, I think Franks just needs to hurry up and end because
You didn't like these two? This
no,
two episodes?
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Okay.
I was just like, it was like it was expected that it was going to be super emotional for me, and I did get like super sucked into it.
Okay.
I was just like you. I was a little drunk watching these
I was a
episodes,
little drunk.
so I was just like, huh,
I really did. I was like, oh no, oh no.
yeah.
And I just wanted to cry like a little baby, but I didn't. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a man.
But
I have beard hair.
but it's
Man
just
boy.
I just
Man
want
baby.
I want the show to just like hurry up and end because now they're on episode 14. There's gonna be another 10 episodes. So
Yeah, I
what,
think it's
what,
24.
What more can they drag out?
I think you're
is
right.
like my thing too.
I would like 18 episodes, and it'd be cool. 20.
Yeah, because like I feel like we already got the story. It's just like
Yeah.
it's
How does it
it's
end?
obviously a love story. So they're gonna drag this love story out for another 10 episodes.
But man, come on, the last
and
like,
there's
the last
gonna be like 2 or 3 fillers in between these 10 episodes now. That we
How
know for
good
sure.
was that last 2 minutes though? Just in the end
Oh yeah, no, I love that.
That last 2 minutes was
that
like-
forced moment. That oh man,
And, then what,
and
and then,
that's
not
why
to
the
spoil it for Alec, but then what's his name just like walks away.
yeah
And you're like, no.
yeah like he
so
saw
bad.
it. Did you see that he smiled though?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
It was
but,
weird.
I guess.
he smiled, and it was like the most painful smile
Yeah.
that you could ever
Wait,
see.
can I
on a
guess?
I think because he was
Can I guess
happy
who it
for
was?
her.
Yeah, you can guess.
Oh, yeah. Is
Well,
it?
you can guess easily.
Okay, wait.
I don't think he was happy
So
for her.
it
I think he
involves
was just like,
02, right?
He was just like, I knew.
Involves 02.
Well, yeah,
Hero?
the whole show
Yeah.
involves 02.
Every part involves zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole the
And the
episode's,
person
like,
that
focused
walks
on her.
away with a creepy, weird smile, is it Hiro or is it
Nope.
Goro?
Well, I mean, like, do we confirm or deny?
Nope.
Okay. But
Damn, you're a dick. Hey, but I don't even know any. I'm just wondering.
Just
Yeah.
watch it. It's only you're only
Yeah,
2 episodes
so-
behind.
Man.
so I'm really excited to see like
worth it.
where
Takes
the
up time.
show's going to
We'll
go.
watch it right now.
However, I do just want it to kind of end because
Well,
I don't
yeah.
want them to drag this out. I don't want to
If
get
there
bored
was a
of this
season
story,
2 of Darling in the Franks, I'd be upset.
right?
I'd be physically upset.
Like I don't want them to drag out this story because it's a good story, but
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be prolonged like the way that they're going with it. It's and obviously they're not going to show us like everything that happens with
I
the
don't want
world.
to.
There's going to be all these questions. The world isn't interesting anymore. I don't care about the environment.
Yeah.
What I want to know more about is whether or not these two people are going to be together in the end. That's really all I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about like the oxygen levels. I don't care about what yellow blood cells are.
True. Good point.
Um,
What else? What else
other
are you
than
looking
that,
forward to?
Food Wars, of course, every
still,
episode.
still looking good?
Yeah, oh my!
Every episode?
new dish every episode. New dish.
Does that have eggs in it?
A new way to prepare food. No, this one actually didn't
I'm
have eggs in
kidding.
it. It was
I'm kidding.
salmon. They did salmon because it had the
Salmon eggs.
It had it was just salmon this
Okay.
time because it had the character that specializes in seafood. The other character who puts on a bandana. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I
But
guess
the,
cool.
The one he's super mellowed out, but then
Yeah.
he puts on the bandana
It
and
turns
then
into
he's
an
like,
ass.
yeah, he just
why
starts
are you so
yelling at
mean?
everything.
Yeah.
And then like,
cool.
oh yeah, like, I love that
Oh,
character.
did I tell you? I talked a little bit earlier when you left, but I watched the spin-off of Gun Gale.
Okay,
I liked
what's
it. I like the main character. I do like her.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's super cool.
Yeah,
I think I really like how she like has like this body complex, and then she like turns into this little like pink, awesome character that's super fast and just murders everybody.
yeah,
I
super
love it.
I
I love it. Anyways, I
like it-
actually generally like that better than Gun Gale. I think
You mean Sword Art?
Sword Art. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting just because like again has nothing to do with Sword Art. It's just like because you could literally do this with anything now. You could just have me and you playing a video game, and then it's like, oh yeah, so Kirito was here. He has a person in the game, but he's like way up here on the leaderboard. We're
Well, they're in a different game mode. They're playing Battle Royale. That's
yeah,
why.
but it's like yeah, he's all the way up here in the leaderboard. We're number 17,672.
yeah.
So we're
That's cool.
focusing on.
I think
this.
it's a smart idea to use
Yeah.
the universe because I did like that universe. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely different because a lot of the I forget the category is, but like, life in a different world.
Isekai,
Isekai. A lot of them were fantasy, so this one's like really like more realistic with guns.
and it's just a
So
video
they
game
discuss,
world,
they discuss like bullet drop and like tactics, like how to like SWAT tactics and stuff like that. Like how
yeah,
to
map scans and all
yeah,
that.
like
okay.
really interesting stuff. Like it's cool. It's definitely
It's
different.
you watching a battle royale anime. Like you're watching a video game battle royale.
You're watching
anime
PUBG, with
Yeah.
like but with like perks.
with like a weird anime style.
yeah.
yeah. You got
It's cool.
characters who can run at higher speeds for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool. I enjoyed it.
it's pretty cool. But Yeah, because of that, they could do whatever they want now. They could just do a different.
yeah.
They could do a different game,
New
different character. Follow the story, enjoy it or don't, and
I
then
think-
guess what? We could just pump out another.
Isn't
game.
that what Dot Hack did?
Yeah, well, dot hack was all the world.
Yeah.
But you're right; they did follow completely different characters.
Yeah.
The reason why they looked the same though is because they had like one character got so famous that they were just like, you know what, we'll just create like one of the default skins as that character.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like the main character sometimes looks similar to Kite, like or Black Rose. But yeah, no, it's a thing. Dot Hack could probably. What if like Dot Hack was part of like that universe?
Sword Art
yeah.
universe.
And then there's also another anime, Log Horizon, is just like that. Log Horizon was actually good.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, Overlord coming out with a season 3. I'm excited for
Um,
that. But it's another isekai video game style anime, and we of course are having another like Sword Art story. It's coming soon.
Oh, is it coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Watch it, but I'm not really
It's gonna
excited.
happen.
I'll begrudgingly watch it. Aggressive Ritsuko, which is the one about the little red panda. That one's actually not until April 20th. For 20.
Sick.
That's gonna be in English on Netflix. So I know it's already out in Japan or Japanese, but I think I kind of want to wait for the English one just because I don't really watch too many right now in English, so might as well.
I was having a discussion with Alec about this too, is English versus sub, but we may save this topic for like a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
and
that's a whole conversation.
We'll pick a show. This is one of my ideas, that we pick a show and then we just watch it. It's gonna be a really short show. We're not gonna watch like this 50 episode anime and watch it all in English and watch it all in Japanese. But we're gonna pick a show, very short show, watch it in English, watch it in Japanese, and we'll just like kind of take our feels for that.
Compare.
Yeah, just like what do you
Feels.
like? Which do you prefer?
It really comes down to the
which-
voice actors.
Yeah, which do you prefer? Is it more emotional?
Yeah.
And
Like,
just
Mikasa.
yeah.
You can't beat that. It's not the same in English. Not.
Hey,
Japanese is so intense.
but one of my favorite shows of all time killed it in English, and that is Cowboy Bebop. For
Yeah.
some reason,
Samurai
Oh, yeah.
Shampoo did too.
yeah,
Samurai Shampoo is really good.
Same person.
I just feel like it's those older animes that just nail it. I don't know what about it.
I don't know if it's funding or what, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Even Trigun English is good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
I've
like-
watched both. I watched it.
Evangelion?
I've watched that
Or Neon
in
Genesis.
Japanese, and I've watched that in English
yeah,
all the way through.
I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho both English and Japanese,
too.
and I still like
I can't
it better
pick. I don't
in
prefer
English.
which one. I
Yeah.
mean, in Trigun.
I like it better in English just because like even if
easier.
I watch it in Japanese, I still hear the characters' voices in English.
English, okay.
Yeah. Like once I hear it, I pollute my ears, and I'm just like, ah, damn it, I can't do anything about that. But yeah, we'll save this discussion for another
We're hitting
episode.
exactly an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and that was our episode titled "Leave It Out, It'll Get Better."
We almost did it.
Yeah.
Did it get better?
Did
When Shelby left?
Yeah. I don't know.
Did
You
it get
guys-
better when Shelby left, or should we have left it? I don't know what that means.
Should we have just?
I don't even know what I'm
abandoned
saying.
it?
Yeah,
I don't even
you
know where
don't.
I am right now.
But
Same.
this was your host for this episode. My name was Shelby.
This is Alec.
This is Sergio.
All right.
And also, don't forget to check us out and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch TV, all that shiz. Fan.addicts or fan.addicts, fan_addicts. You know what it is. Thanks, everybody.
You know
Bye.
what it be.
What it is.